it is, bro. Like, yo.
Joe Robe made it seem like he was
like
holier than holy. As a Christian youth
you know, as a kid who grew up in a Catholic church, I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't trust these pastors. Don't trust these fathers. Don't trust them. Don't trust these priests. As a kid who grew up in the Catholic church, just don't trust them. Don't trust them.
He dedicated his TikTok to showing respect for women until 6 different people exposed him for his own secretly terrible history. You could see the red flags in early tweets like this one. I am a Christian and I support LGBTQ. And
you don't have to say you support Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ.
I support BLM, and I support people of other faiths.
You don't have
and
to
I
say
support
that.
a women's right to choose. The need to vocalize his own
This is looking for attention. That's all he's doing, bro.
morality was almost strangely excessive, and his TikTok videos weren't any different. He wanted to punch all men who talked about how women dressed, while reminding his female followers that they had total control of their body. When he wasn't supporting women, it was instead minorities.
It's homophobia.
I was finna do that. That's what I was finna do. I was finna do that, and then I came back and
like,
that's what I was finna do. I was finna do that,
like
and then I came back and...
Bro.
Racism, misogyny, you name it, all thinly veiled as a joke, and you're not fooling anybody.
Which people found suspicious long before he was exposed.
But when this dude is making almost his entire...
You guys want attention? Hey.
Personality about respect women, always be nice to women, respect, respect, respect. It gets a little overboard, to be honest.
When questioned about his motives, Joe Robe snapped pretentiously,
"Just imagine being so worried about losing your male privilege that you would call anything that has to do with equality for women anti-men."
Believing that when all men are killed...
This is the pick-me niggas that we be talking about. This is the pick-me that women be talking about. This is why... This is the pick me. He's the type to say nice guys always finish last. I bet you that right now. I bet you. I bet you every time a girl rejects him, my brain froze right there. Every time I had to restart. Every time a girl rejects him, he always posts something like this. Nice guys finish last.
He'd be spared because of his TikToks. And when he did also occasionally support men...
Now I've talked about men getting body shamed, women getting body shamed.
The objective was still the same. Try to make himself seem like a person who did no wrong. The caption of his merch was literally "Be Better," which seemed true to him as a church office manager and youth pastor on the weekends.
So depending on how long you've been following me, you may or may not know that I'm actually a very religious person.
People therefore heavily respected him, even making Stan accounts...
he was a band kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was a band kid. I guarantee you, he was touching kids. Yeah. Oh, Hamid, make that poll. I seen your message. Make that poll. Make that poll. Make that poll. Make that poll. Make the poll. Make the poll. Make the poll. I guarantee you, he was touching kids. He was a band kid. Them band kids be wild now. Them, bro, I remember when I was in band during high school, right? During class, in one of the rooms, right? 2 band kids got caught. Crazy. Going crazy in the saxophone room. Going crazy. They was just going crazy in the saxophone room. That shit was crazy.
Such as lovely Joe Robe, while comments on his live streams read, "I have so much respect for you. You speak for others and it makes me so happy." Any videos criticizing him were met with thousands of dislikes until people became suspicious of Joe Robe's supposed morality. In late 2020, a TikToker named Gemini Official was exposed for his relationships with multiple young...
Love to see a 20-year-old flirting with a 16-year-old girl.
girls. Being in line with Joe Robe's content, people asked him to talk about it, although for whatever reason, Joe Robe avoided the topic.
Messaged Joe Robe saying, "Hey, this is a problem, can you speak about it?" Which is bizarre that it would take you so long to talk about somebody
I'm saying, bro.
There's a
Hey guys, RentJPG here. Did you know that 85% of you guys aren't subscribed? What are you doing right now? Click that button and don't miss out on 2 to 3 videos a week. Let's get back into the video.
Children. Joe Robe later explained on Discord that denouncing the actions was simply too obvious, although having previously claimed
You missed the whole conversation. Don't worry about
the
it.
goal of his TikTok was to create a safe space for young people, it seemed odd that Joe Robe didn't want to talk about it.
Bro,
Perhaps
anybody who is too into being a good person is always suspicious, because what the fuck are you trying to hide? Really think about it. Because, like, why are you trying to look so squeaky clean? What the fuck are you trying to hide? Yo, what's good, heads? Nigga said, okay, baby.
he was simply avoiding drama, but this wasn't the only example where Joe Robe deflected an obvious topic. He'd become friends with a TikToker named The Calvin Brandel, whose videos promoted a similar sentiment to those made by Joe Robe. Well, turns out he'd been doing exactly what he disavowed, explaining he thought it was okay because he was TikTok famous.
I felt that with TikTok, my ego was super inflated, and I felt like I was invincible, I was unstoppable, I couldn't make any mistakes.
Despite having photos together on Instagram, Joe Robe avoided the situation.
You have no problem calling out problematic men, but it seems like the problematic man is your friend and you're a little quiet.
Eventually addressing what had happened with this iconic statement.
I'll say it again. If you groom somebody, you are disgusting. The scum
Hold
of the
on,
earth.
bro. This nigga said, really think about it. He said he thought grooming little kids because he thought it was okay to groom kids because he's TikTok famous. Like let's put it. Let's do the math. TikTok fame equals invincible over the law and not being weird. That's what he like.
Joe Robe,
What?
however, was doing exactly this himself.
This was somebody that I felt safe around, but I don't feel safe around
He
him
was grooming kids
anymore because he's a groomer.
On one unassuming Wednesday, 17-year-old TikToker DillG16 uploaded the following video.
This video will be about one of the biggest hypocrites I have ever met in my life, Joe Robe. John is a disgusting and terrible hypocrite.
Yo, next time when we watch a video like this, we're doing predictions. Who
abuses his platform by using his clout to groom and prey upon underage boys. He has done this to multiple people, including me. John first followed me whenever I had about 30,000 followers and joined my live stream and asked for my Snapchat, so I gave it to him. After Snapchatting for a few weeks, he asked me if I wanted to get an Airbnb with him on my 18th birthday, which was over 3 months away. He started to send me links to 1-bedroom Airbnbs, and he offered to purchase me alcohol if I went. And this is him talking about the 1-bedroom. He knew that I did not want to get the Airbnb, so he thought if he invited one of my IRL friends, I would want to go. That's him asking when he was going to turn 18.
And while Joe Robe was
This nigga a freak. This nigga's a freak. A 1-bedroom? A 1-bedroom Airbnb and alcohol? That
at least waiting until their 18th birthday, the group chat they shared wasn't quite so clean.
During one of the Zooms with all of my TikTok friends, John thought it would be a good idea to have us all take a BDSM score test and send him our results. Keep in mind, the youngest was 15 years old and the oldest were 19, and there were only 2 19-year-olds and everybody else was 17 and below.
Which had happened just a month before Joe Robe's 28th birthday. DillG added one more detail before the video finished.
I found out that there are multiple people that John has groomed.
As a person named Coco then also came forward.
He started asking like different questions, like what state do you live in, and do your parents let you travel, and do you like to travel, and and he offered to buy me a room with him. He offered to buy me alcohol. This is the one quote I remember him talking to me. I may be a pastor, or I may work for God, but I'm not against kids having fun.
I'm a man of God, but I'm not against kids having fun. Not my God, nigga. Not my God. Not my God. Niggas, bro. Not my fucking God. He was talking about some other God. Not my God. Not my Lord and Savior. Not the person I have in my pocket all the time. Not my God. Not my God. Mm-mm. Not my God, what?
I should have realized it right there.
Then there was another.
I can't go into specific details about what happened between me and Joro because
Isn't sodomy one of the a sin? Sodomy is a sin. Bro, sodomy is a sin. Travis better.
it's quite not safe for work.
And another after that.
He'd also make
Is sodomy butt sex?
promises about getting Airbnbs and meeting up with us. He promised alcohol and hot tubs.
Joe Robe's accusers then made a Google Doc listing everything else he'd done. He'd tried to get blank and blank to create an OnlyFans once he turned 18 and said he'd set it up for him and subscribe, also strangely bribing the group to call him hot and locking a girl who was also intoxicated out of Zoom for calling him old and refusing to call him hot. Papa Gut
Yo, this nigga is he had to be going through a midlife, or non-consensual. It'd be a sin if you're not married or it's the same sex. Bro, this nigga had to be going through a midlife crisis when he was doing that.
talked about the document in this video here, after which he'd be messaged a story worse than every other one combined. I ran a small fan account for Joe Robe on Instagram. He eventually asked for my Snapchat. He told me no one else had his Snapchat and made me promise to not give anyone it or to tell anyone what we talk about.
Okay.
Conversations got really weird and he sent me a lot of dirty pictures, 4 of which were included to prove he wasn't lying. I was also 14 at the time.
You see, when I was a kid and I was dating, I used to tell them not to tell people not to tell people we were dating, only because I wasn't allowed to date. He is a grown man. He has all the choices, right? He has all the choices in the world to tell people, but he's doing it because he knows it's illegal. He knows it's illegal,
He
bro.
didn't even bother to ask how old I was or for any form of identification, but he would call me a baby a lot and would try and force me to
baby.
call him daddy.
So your mom doesn't care anymore? Say.
To make matters worse, John's church profile explained, outside of his work at St. John, he is
He's
a
a
private
music
music teacher with over a
I told y'all he was a bad kid. I knew it.
dozen students, and up until recently was the activities chair for the Northern Sky District of the Boy Scouts of America. But wait until you hear
And he ran for the Boy Scouts. This nigga's a threat to humanity. He's a youth pastor, a music teacher, and he was with the Boy Scouts. He's a triple threat. He is a triple threat. He is a level 10 predator. He is a triple threat, bro. He is a triple threat, right? He's a youth pastor, so he has private time with kids, a private music teacher, more private time with kids, and you already know what these private music teachers be doing. And y'all already know the reputation that the Boy Scouts had, bro. He's like the final boss of predators. He is a triple threat. He's a threat from deep to and on defense. He is a triple threat.
why he left his previous job. Someone messaged one of the accusers. I wanted to reach out because I'm on staff at the church he used to work at. He was removed from staff over 2 years ago, and he was really upset with our church and strict protocols for working with youth, so he left to go to another church. We're currently in the process of contacting the other church and places he's at, as well as local authorities. Joe Robe's LinkedIn partially confirms the story's legit, as it shows he previously worked in the very same church as the lady who told
He's a private. Wait, let's go back to his LinkedIn. Bro, fuck it.
Joe Robe's LinkedIn partially confirms the story.
A private flute teacher and a private flute and piano instructor.
legit.
2xxp? No, he got 6xxp on Sundays.
As it shows he previously worked in the very same church as the lady who told the anecdote. Unsurprisingly, people demanded Joe Robe also lose his new job,
St. John Lutheran Church. You have some explaining to do.
with Papa Gut even calling the church directly.
This is the church that he works at. I know this because I called the church that he works at and I asked him if he works there. They said yes. I told him that they were very serious and credible allegations. They immediately hung up after they said, oh, thank you.
Despite hanging up the phone, the church quickly deleted Joe Robe from their website before iSpeak1906 extracted an unofficial statement.
The pastor reached out and he wants to remain anonymous. However, the bishop is aware and he has been terminated and authorities have been contacted, and that's about all that we have.
But the bigger question was, how did Joe Robe himself respond? Did he make a self-aimed TikTok about his own heinous actions? Well, no. He deleted his TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, even his LinkedIn, and hasn't been heard from since. His refusal to address the two previous situations suddenly all made sense, while others were less surprised. The accusation can't be real. A white knight influencer being secretly an awful person is unheard of. Not even surprised. It's always...
Bro, if anybody is a white knight, I'm gonna be honest with you. If anybody is a white knight, they're trying to hide something. Like they're trying to hide something, bro. Like that's why I be weary when people try to look as good as they can. Like they're always my girl.
Types of men that end up being predators, but no one was less surprised than one of Joe Robe's former
Just got my hair cut. Let me see.
My friends. As someone who personally knows John Bell and lived with him at university for a year, I can assure you that he's not the good guy here, and that these accusations line up with his past behavior.
Yo, he's 17?
The dude was all-knowing,
Trey's 19.
manipulative, homophobic, and tried to give off this ultropious Christian facade. Nothing about his online presence was genuine. Karma is taking a toll on him, and I'm glad he's getting thrown off the internet. Before any of this happened, Vegan Teacher had stated,
John Robert Bell, you're going straight to hell.
and it turns out her song hit the nail on the head.
Damn.